afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with an update to your forecast. It is Thursday at 2:30, and as we always like to do, we like to keep everyone updated on what you can expect, not just for the week ahead when we do our Monday updates, but also on our Thursday updates. We like to keep everyone updated on what you can expect for the weekend. So it's time for our 2:30 p.m. update and talk a little bit about what we have in store for, first of all, Thursday afternoon. We do have a few showers and storms off there just to our north. Some of those are strong. Taking a look off toward spots just northeast of Chattanooga, we're seeing some strong storms up there. We are going to have the chance for, again, a little bit of severe weather this afternoon after the heat really rises. And some of those stronger storms, again, the main risk is going to be damaging wind. We're going to talk more about these storms here in just a moment, but I also want to talk about something that's impacting us right now. The air quality at the moment is still at a moderate level, but you may have noticed outside that we are dealing with a little bit of that smoke in the air. You can see it as we look towards downtown and the midtown area, just a little bit of haziness to the sky. It's not as bad as what it was earlier, but we are dealing with that. We also are dealing with some heat at the moment. It's 94 in Atlanta. The hottest temperature we've hit so far this year in Atlanta, 96. We're going to get really close to beating that today. Dew points are going to be in the 70s at the moment. So when the temperatures are in the mid-90s, dew points are in the 70s, it feels a little bit hotter than what it actually is. It feels like 103 right now in Atlanta, 104 in Duluth, 104 in Dalton, and 101 in Rome. We do have a heat advisory in place for some spots southeast and south of the Atlanta metro. This is going to be down towards Troup County, stretching all the way off to the east there towards Edenton. We'll keep you updated on that heat again. It's going to be a heat index around 108. Try to limit that time outside so you can try to stay a little bit cooler and also stay away from the possibilities of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So we do have temperatures rising again today in Atlanta around 97. That would be the hottest temperature of the year so far. If we manage to hit it, we may though end up tying it right there at 96. It'll be a close one. Taking a look at the temperatures over the last 30 days, you see we've had a lot of days above average on temperatures. Not by a lot, just by a little bit, but still we've had temperatures above average for the majority of the last 30 days, and that's going to continue for today. Taking a look at radar, again, we have some strong to severe storms that are impacting the Calhoun area of Tennessee. That's dipping down towards the south and east. And yes, that's going to impact areas like possibly even Fannin County, stretching down toward the Gilmer County area as well, and then down towards Helen eventually. We'll continue to watch these storms real close. I also want to mention a storm that we have that's just now forming closer on over towards the Thompson area. This is going to continue its way off to the east and then eventually into South Carolina. It's really impacting more the Augusta area, which isn't the 11 Alive viewing area, but if you have any friends or family over there towards Augusta, you may want to let them know that that storm's heading their way, and it may end up getting strong enough to even become severe at some point. We'll keep you updated on that storm. There's a severe thunderstorm watch up towards middle portions of Tennessee around the Nashville area. That's where a bulk of the storms have been for today. Of course, we do have the chance for some strong storms this afternoon as well, where you're seeing the area shaded in green there, stretching up from Macon down into southern portions of Georgia and the coastline, all the way up through Troup County. That is where we have a marginal risk. Maybe an isolated storm or two could be strong to severe, and then maybe a few more storms could have that possibility of being severe for the area shaded in yellow. That's a slight risk. Now, the main risk from any of these storms is going to be damaging wind, but you're going to want to make sure that you know when these storms could be impacting you. Downloading the 11 Alive app is a great way to know. We can send alerts straight to your phone, so you know when the severe weather is going to be possible for you, when you could end up being under a warning or a watch. And you can also look at the radar live there from your phone. Make sure you download the 11 Alive app right there to your cell phone, and also make sure that you download our 11 Alive Plus app on Roku and Fire TV. That way you can stay updated on long-term or long-form news updates, as well as long-form weather updates like the one you're watching right now. Again, that's 11 Alive Plus on Roku and Fire TV. Let's track the timeline of some of these showers and storms that we're going to get this afternoon. Forecast track shows by 4 p.m. maybe a few storms impacting us here up towards Dalton, Blairsville, Clayton, down into Floyd County as well through Rome. These storms continue to move southeast. By 5, 6 o'clock, they'll be passing across the I-85 corridor and then heading down towards the Athens area and then further down to the south and east. Notice that they'll kind of clip the Atlanta metro. We are still going to have the chance for rain here in Atlanta, but I think the better chance chance for storms is going to be into far north and then northeast Georgia. And then we move into the overnight time frame tonight into tomorrow morning. Temperatures will fall to the 70s, and then tomorrow afternoon it will be hot again with temperatures rising into the 90s eventually. By 8 a.m., 70s. A few showers and storms will be passing throughout the day on Friday, but they'll be dying out as they move across our region. And then we're going to have another round of storms possible there for Saturday morning, and then possibly a little bit drier as we head into the latter part of the afternoon. Notice the 30% change for showers and storms on Friday. Isolated showers and storms possible there, and more scattered as we head throughout the day on Saturday. Again, Saturday's rain chance is going to be mainly into the morning time frame, and we need that rainfall. We are behind on rain for the month. Notice that we are now in the very dry category for the month, moving from left to right there on your screen. The last time we had measurable rain was on the 10th. So here we are on the 20th. It's been now 10 days since we've had a measurable amount of rain, and we are really hurting for it, not just by the month, but also for the year. We're now 2 inches behind on rainfall for the year, and we really could use some rainfall to catch back up. That way we don't slip into any drought conditions here across North Georgia. Now, we do have a little bit of rain expected this week. That's the good news, but it's not going to really accumulate too much. Notice those areas shaded in green. That's where we're going to get about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch of rain. The dark blue shade there that you're seeing on the screen, that's about 1/2 of an inch. And then the brightest blue color that you're seeing in far North Georgia, that's about 1 inch. And then when you see up there towards Clayton, they may get a little bit more than that, but still a majority of us are not going to have a significant amount of rainfall this week. Remember, we're 2 inches now behind in Atlanta, and you see that we don't have abnormally dry conditions in the state of Georgia right now. The latest drought monitor did come out this morning. I was kind of surprised to see that we don't have abnormally dry conditions, but I would not be surprised if that ended up changing as we head into the next few days here, and we ended up seeing by next week on Thursday, when the next drought monitor comes out, the next map, that we end up seeing a little bit of drought for our region. Taking a look at the tropical outlook, this is in the Atlantic right now. A low chance for tropical development for a wave that came off Africa just a couple of days ago. It's going to continue its way closer to the Lesser Antilles over the next 7 days and has a low chance for tropical development. We'll keep you updated on it. But of course, we also still have a named system out there in the Atlantic. This is Tropical Storm Don. This system is just northeast of the Bermuda area, really kind of just east rather, and it's going to continue to kind of shift its way off towards the northwest here, and then miss land, it looks like, just going to kind of curve off. We'll keep you updated on it. It's not a threat for us, but again, just a storm to watch out there. Of course, Don is the latest name to be used on the list here of our 2023 Atlantic tropical cyclone names. The next name would be Emily. Of course, we have plenty of the season to go to get more names used. Hopefully we don't end up seeing that, but it's definitely a possibility. Notice that the season doesn't really start to peak until we head into the end of August, early part of September. You can see the timeline here. We're right about here. So things start to take off here as we head into the early part of August and then into the end of August, early September. The season does not end until November 30th. Taking a quick look at your 7-day forecast, notice that we do have a 30% chance for rain here for Thursday, 30% chance in for Friday. Temperatures rising into the mid to upper 90s both days. On Saturday, we have the storms in the morning, and that's going to stop our temperatures from rising too much for the latter part of the afternoon. Notice 88 degrees for the high there, 90 on Sunday, and then we head into the days there from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Temperatures back to just around to above average for this time of year, into those lower 90s, and we'll get a little bit of a break from the rain that we're going to experience as we head throughout the end of the week here across North Georgia. Of course, what can we expect from day 8 through day 14? Now we're looking towards not just the end of July, but into the early part of August, where it's looking like slightly above average temperatures are going to be possible here. So maybe temperatures up to the lower to mid 90s around this time of year. That would be slightly above average. So expect kind of the trend that we had for a majority of this week to continue into this next week, and then also into the early part of August. And then around to below average rain chances here as we head into the early part of August, which isn't the best news. We could really use some more rain out here across North Georgia, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be possible. So if you put sod down in the yard recently, or maybe you just have your garden that you're taking care of, you're going to have to use a little bit more of that sprinkler to help keep all the plants growing. Taking a quick look at your weekend getaways, we are going to have the chance for some showers and storms up towards the Gatlinburg area on Friday. You see that much of the region is going to be dealing with showers and storms there on Friday. Lake Lanier, I would imagine that you may see an isolated shower or two, and that's about it. And then on Saturday, the rain chances are going to be there a little bit. I know you're seeing a partly cloudy sky, but don't be surprised by the chance that you could have a few showers and storms, especially in the morning at Lake Lanier on Saturday. But the afternoon, I would imagine, ends up being a little bit drier. Sunday, partly cloudy sky, and then you see that we end up with temperatures in the 80s for highs there up towards Lake Lanier there for Sunday and Monday, so not a bad day on the lake. Looking at Charleston, you end up seeing some showers and storms each day, and then down towards Destin, the rain chance is going to ramp up there for Sunday and Monday for them. Looking at your Peach State outlook, looking across the state of Georgia over the next 3 days, if you're traveling for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you see that it's not just us here in Atlanta, but also for Friday and Saturday, you're going to have the rain chances across much of the state. Sunday, much of us will start to see conditions dry up a little bit, except for the areas closer on down towards Albany and Savannah. Your Georgia State Park forecast showing us that we are going to have some good conditions for hiking tomorrow for the most part. Again, we're going to have a few isolated showers and storms possible. Make sure you have that 11 Alive app so you can stay updated on the forecast whenever you're on the go. Want to make sure everyone's staying safe out there on the trail. Also, drink plenty of water. Look at that, 97 on Skidaway Island down there on the Georgia coast. If you're headed down there for a vacation, maybe wanting to walk around on the island a little bit, be ready for that heat, drink plenty of water. So I'm going to bring everything back up to our 7-day forecast again. I hope that everybody can have a wonderful week ahead of them. Again, we're going to have a little bit of rain this next week, but it's really only going to be those rain chances over the next few days. Notice for today, we have the chance for showers and storms, mainly into far north Georgia. That 30% chance for rain, that's for the Atlanta area. So, you head into far north Georgia, those rain chances are going to be a little bit higher today. Remember, we're watching some of those stronger storms dipping down from Tennessee. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb is in the station right now. He's going to have an update at 5, 6, and then at 10 and 11 tonight on those storms. We're going to keep you updated right here, of course, anytime in between. And then also we have the isolated showers and storms on Friday, scattered showers and storms mainly in the morning on Saturday. The latter part of the day will be drier and actually shape up to be a nice day with those temperatures into the upper 80s for highs. And then Sunday all the way through Wednesday, temperatures back into the lower to mid 90s for highs. Be sure to be safe out there in that heat. Again, we have the heat advisory for today. We have some of those showers and storms. And since we've taken a good look at the 7-day forecast now, let's bring it back up to the radar, showing some of those storms off to our north again. Those will continue to dip their way down to the south and east. And we'll go ahead and leave you with the radar here as we sign off here from our Thursday weather update. Now, don't forget, we like to do these updates every Monday and every Thursday at 2:30 to keep everybody informed on what you can expect for the weekend and also for the week ahead. Don't forget, you can get any of this information anytime in between by downloading the 11 Alive Plus app for your Roku or Fire TV, the 11 Alive app for your phone, 11alive.com, and then of course you can watch the stations for 11 Alive, WXIA, and then the WATL, or WATL rather, and then you can stay updated on the forecast right there from Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb, Meteorologist Chesley McNeil, who's on in the mornings, and then Meteorologist Melissa Nord, Nicole Hartford, and myself, Meteorologist Andrew Wilson. So we'll keep you updated on these storms all throughout this afternoon. If we need to cut into programming, we'll be sure to do that, and we'll of course be sure to send any alerts to your phone if any of these storms become strong to severe over our region. Stay safe out there, and we'll keep you up to date on everything right here at 11 Alive.